So this is a radiance boosting makeup primer, and what Dior claims is that it has special photo pigments which captures the light and allows it to reflect flatteringly on your skin and give you a glow. And it also claims to be anti-fatigue, so it completely creates a radiance in your skin and makes dull skin seem more alive. Um, it also evens out your skin tone quite a bit. I can actually say that. And with all the other claims that it does, I actually can 100% say that it did perform as claimed. It does perform as claimed. I do see an instant evening out of my skin tone, and over and beyond that, as soon as I apply it, my skin, it does not appear like it whitened my skin, but my skin does look more radiant. I can't describe it any more than that, and I think that's one very unique thing that I find with your cosmetic products. Their products actually really do perform as they claim, and it's very, very hard to describe its performance any other way than to say it actually does do that. Another thing that I can actually say is that the finish of it, when you first apply it, it does seem a bit liquid-like and a bit more wet than other primers, because as soon as you apply the Smashbox, it's silicone-like almost instantly in the second, and you feel that the finish right away. It's almost instant. The MAC Prep and Prime takes a bit longer, but the consistency is a bit more cream-like and tacky, so it does finish to another silicone-like consistency fairly quickly as well. With the Dior, it really does depend on your application and how much of the product you do put, because it is less silicone-like. It's really more of like a lotion moisturizer consistency. But if you only use the right amount and you do spread it with a brush, you do really have to use the brush quite a bit to spread it upwards, you end up with that very tacky primer-like finish, and you just know that your skin is ready for the product that comes next, and you know that you already have that base. So I think in terms of primer performance wise, to me it is a cut above the MAC Prep and Prime and the Smashbox Photo Finish. I think it really does give a radiance, and it does even out your skin tone quite instantly, and it just does look like your skin is less dull. I don't know how else to put it, but I guess that's the best way I can put it. And in terms of its actual dispenser, I know that it is only 0.5 fluid ounce, which is half of what you get from a MAC Prep and Prime and a Smashbox Photo Finish, but I honestly think that the amount that you need as well is much less, because it does come more liquid-like, and you do have a very large brush to be able to spread that product out. I also feel like this brush is actually more of a benefit and a positive factor for the product than a negative. I know some people would find it hard, but if you actually do follow the instructions of how to apply it and dispense the product, you actually will find that you waste less of a product than even a pump dispenser, because the control that you have with the clicking dispenser and the product actually coming out of the bristles allows you to just actually dispense the right amount and to not waste anything, because if anything gets left in the brush, it's still going to be applied on your face. So I find that this actually gives more control of how much product you can use than actually a pump. So in conclusion, I really think that the Dior Skinflash primer, being an anti-fatigue primer and a radiance booster, is definitely a cut above all the other primers which I have used. including the Smashbox Photo Finish and the MAC Prep and Prime, which I know a lot of people do use and are industry standards. I just think that it really does have an instant evening out of skin tone effect and a real radiance effect. And it is something which I have not seen in other primers. As soon as I apply either Smashbox Photo Finish or the MAC Prep and Prime, I don't really see any changes on my skin. I just do feel a bit more of tackiness and a difference in texture, but nothing really that stands out. It was only with the Dior Skinflash that I've actually did see, with no application of any foundation or powders yet, a difference in my skin tone and an actual evening out. I also did feel that it was much more moisturizing than any of the other two primers. With the other two primers, they just felt like silicone bases. They really just did feel like primers with no other benefits. So I think overall, even if this is half in fluid ounce of what you get from the other two, because of its brush-like dispenser, which I really do think saves you from wasting a lot of product even over and beyond a pump. If you do follow the instructions for application, you will realize that you actually use less product and you waste less as well. The controls of the clicking dispensing motion of this tube really allows you to control how much product you want out, and even if you do leave something in the bristles, it does get applied to your face. So I really think that the brush dispensers actually make it economical and practical. It's very great for travel as well. It's not messy, it's very compact, and very hygienic, I should add. You don't apply primer with your fingers. And I think in that sense, it's also very innovative, because every primer I know either comes in a pump or a pot, and it always requires application through fingers, which we all know can be unhygienic sometimes if you're not careful. So overall, I really think that this is a cut above all the other primers in the market. I was tossing between this or the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, which has gotten lots of rave reviews as well, but I really do feel that that primer is for a specific skin type, and I think it's for dry skin. I am a combination skin, and I did find that with that primer, I did get very oily very quickly, to the point that I wanted to just wash my face off all product as soon as the afternoon hit. And with this primer though, I did not feel anything like that at all. There was nothing negative in terms of being oily or being patchy or even cakey. So if you guys are in the market for a primer, definitely check out the Dior Skinflash primer. I am increasingly becoming such an avid fan of the Dior Cosmetics brand, because I really do think that in terms of performance, they do deliver whatever they define or describe their product to do. And it's been a consistent thing, from the Dior Skin Nude to the Dior Skin Natural Sculpting Powder. I have been amazed, and this product has just increased my amazement with the brand. So I hope that helped, and I hope you guys have a good night. And if you have any thoughts on the Dior Skinflash primer as well, I'll be happy to hear. So thank you for watching, and good night.